Because you came in and you fell off, man. Now, if a brother never heard this truth and he clicked on the YouTube and saw a video and came in, that applies to guys like him, not like you, because you was already in the truth, man. You had a taste of the kingdom that was ready to come, and then you turn your back. Okay,
that's right. So it says, but his citizens hated him and sent a message after him, saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. And in essence, when you guys are teaching contrary to the doctrine, that's the same thing you're saying, that you're not going to have Yahweh Shai to reign over you.
Well, they don't say Yahweh, they say Christ.
Right. You know, and you guys as teaching that all the nations can be saved, the Lord said he's going to rule the nations with a rod of iron and break them in pieces. Right. So what about that? It says, and it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. And the way you get the money is when you study, the Lord gives you a certain amount of revelation, which this is money. This is a spiritual bank account. He gives you a certain amount of revelations, and whatever amount of revelations he gives to you, that's what you're responsible for to keep teaching.
You get it in the form of fruits. You get it in the form of fruits. And GMS has the most fruits.
That's right. You know, so that's how you get the money, and then eventually you go out and you teach, and you bring in more men that are part of the elect for the Lord to seal and for them to teach. It says, and it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. Now, you're not going to be trading sitting comfortably in your home. You're not going to be trading working out there. You know, usually the trading part comes when you're out there on the highways and the byways teaching the word. Or you might also make studio lessons, you know. But the main trading post, so to speak, is out there on the highways and the hedges. It says, then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. So this is a brother that the Lord gave the knowledge to, and he went out there and traded and gained much fruit. It says, and the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And this is the brother that was given the money. He didn't gain as much as the first brother, but he still put the money out there and gained a good amount of fruit. And he said, likewise to him, be thou over 5 cities. And another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound. Now this is Yashawan, Lahab, Gehenna, Bubble-eyed Blackfish, Comfy, and all the rest of them clowns. And he said, and another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. So if you take this and you lay it up in a napkin, in other words, you don't go out there and teach, then you're not being fruitful. You're not taking the pounds and the money that the Lord gave you and putting it out there to the usury, to gain brothers in. What was that, Elder Gabar?
No, you're not trading.
Right, you're not trading like the Lord told you to do.
Not trading.
Them guys that's down in Wall Street, right? Them stockbrokers, do they sit at home and try to make trades? No, they're down there on the floor, even though they're ripping people off and being wicked. But they're down there on the floor trading. Whose money they trading? They're trading somebody else's money that gave it to them.
And they're
so
busy
in the essence,
too.
what's that? I'm sorry.
And they're busy too.
Right. That's what the Lord said, that the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. You know. So the bottom line is, when you get this knowledge, you're supposed to go out there and teach it, and spread the word, spread the gospel, so that the Lord can seal His elect and bring them into the fold. It says, and another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. And a lot of you guys that are falling out, that's the attitude you're going to have in that day. when the Lord comes to destroy your ass. You're going to say, Lord, we was out there in the streets. We were out there teaching. We've been in the streets. We was teaching the same thing them brothers are teaching. And what the Lord says, he said, depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. I never knew you. Because if the Lord really was with you, you would continue on in his truth. You wouldn't stop teaching the truth. You wouldn't deviate to another doctrine, another philosophy. Like
Yep.
Paul said, I marvel that you are so soon removed from him that called you into another gospel.
Read that.
This is the book of Galatians, the first chapter, and around the 6th verse. It says Galatians 1:6. I marvel that you are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Yahushua unto another gospel. Because now if you look at them old videos of Yahshua out there teaching, we're just using him as a prime example because he's a fresh meat out there, so to speak. But if you look at those videos and you look at him, you would never think that the guy would fall off. You're like, man, this guy, he's a powerful teacher. He knows the scriptures. He's calling all these scriptures. He's breaking them down the right way. That's why Paul made that statement. He said, I marvel that you are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Yahushua unto another gospel. And what's that other gospel? It's the same Bible, but it's a different teaching, which is basically of either Roman Catholic or really Roman Catholic, no matter what branch of Roman Catholicism you want to go to. Whether it be a Baptist or Pentecostal or Christian or whatever. It's all the same other gospel. It says, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Yahushua. And that's when Yahshua was in the truth back then. He came with another doctrine, and he was trying to get men that was in the school to follow him. That shows you he's a demon. He couldn't just, okay, I got this new revelation, I'm going to just go out and teach and gather my own fruit. He was trying to poison the men that was already in there, and he took some of them guys with him because they're not part of the elect. He couldn't just get the knowledge and just go out there and teach. He couldn't get his that demonic knowledge and just go out there and teach and gather other fruit. He was trying to gather the fruit that was in the school already. So it says, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you. That's why Paul said, after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock, but heaping disciples unto themselves. It says, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Yahushua. And that's exactly what you did. And then he teaches everything contrary to that's how you know these guys are totally bugged out. They'll pretty much teach everything contrary to the things that they learned back in the past. Through Abba. Abba was the first one that taught, and Abba chose King Masha and chose Elder Ariah, and those men continued on in the faith and taught the truth. And many great revelations came after that. But now you guys are teaching something totally different. It says, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. Like Yahshua, Lahab, and the rest of them.
Yeah, you're accursed.
That's right. As we said before, so say I now again. If any man preach any other gospel unto you than that you have received, let him be accursed. And that's why these things are written. They were written for our learning.
Yeah,
so that we.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Notice Paul said it twice.
Yep.
So he meant that, man.
That's right.
So you guys come in that other gospel, you're accursed, man. You're already cursed.
And to prove that you ain't right, that you a damn demon and a false prophet and a nigger to boot, you took everything that Ariel said and you teaching, well, not everything, but you took a lot of the things that he said and you turned it around. When I say Ariel, I'm talking about the teachers up in the school, because Shaw was teaching the same thing that Ariel is teaching. Yeshaya was teaching the same thing. Yikwa was teaching the same thing. Marsha was teaching the same. They were all teaching the same thing. Okay? And you're going against the whole doctrine of the old school. All right? Now, the one thing you didn't go against, well, one thing among many, is the name. You still said when one of the videos you had went up to Ariah and showed him.